Yo, quick little update on the recap from yesterday's Drive Talk. So yesterday, I remember I was below on the funded account. I was below 550,000. Today, the trade that we made today, we made it right back. You can see last trades, the $500 that I lost, then we made back for the initial balance, and then I just took the position again, the same position, the same bias, right? Let me see if I can show you. The first trade was over here for bias on GU. We had tested this low, which was the previous daily low from yesterday. We tested it, we were bullish, it created this higher low, and price shot up for, I believe it was 14 pips. What the fuck? This should be 14, not 24. Secured 14 pips and set risk free, and then I just went in again because price bought back above. You can see on the 30 minute and the 1 hour, we just had a nice fat ass bullish engulfing candle after testing 31,500. The only thing is that on my personal account, the Sway account, remember the $10 challenge account that I was gonna do, I secured on the first position on this one. I secured 14 pips, which was this over here. Oh shit. Was trading account, trade history, delete this for now, which was this trade right here. It was 0.03, but that was because my stop loss was smaller. This stop loss, I could only pop a 0.01 because obviously this stop loss is 42 pips. This stop loss was 22 pips. But I still believe price will continue to rise, and I'm just gonna hold this trade all the way till it hits target. If it really is going to continue bullish after testing 31,500. Remember, we're either gonna, it's a strong supply and demand zone on the 4 hour. Strong supply, it's either going to turn into demand or supply below again. So either way, if it hits stop loss, we're going to sell. So peace and love. Now I'm going to munch out in my 9 to 5. One day I'm going to be missing these days. Legs before the chart breakdown. Continuation from yesterday.
There was a phase when I did this, and what you did is like when you do that, work on the Sunday. You set out your plan, you set out, okay, this is what I'm looking for this week, potentially pull back to here, for example, then long from here.
That's the thing. I don't try to fully predict the market. I try to predict the direction. I don't try to say, all right, cool, it's going to go here. Yeah. Consolidate here, go all the way down here, and then go up here. That's too much of analysis. You know what I'm saying? Like, at that point, you're trying to predict the market versus trying to analyze the market for the directional bias. You know what I'm saying? I think at that point, you're trying to like, pinpoint each and every single move that it could make based off of what you think it could do, what it should do. For me, I just analyze the key point of where it's going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about doing all this and everything else. I'll analyze that based off like my entries and my content as well. But I understand where it's going as far as like my overall TP, my overall directional key point. But I don't try to analyze each and every single push and pullback that it's plans on doing, that kind of stuff.
That's fair enough. I was going somewhere else, but that opens up another question which I'll come to. What I was going to say is like someone plans like that, and then once the market's running there, they're going the complete opposite bias. Yeah, I guess suddenly they're reacting emotionally to the price.
Correct. Yeah. That's why, like, if I'm analyzing, I always analyze when the market is actually active. Like, if I analyze on Sunday, it's after 5 p.m., which is, market opens at 5 p.m. So I'm starting to analyze around like maybe 9 or 10 o'clock. So the market is already active, and I don't enter. I try not to enter until like around 4 or 5 a.m. But which is like when like the momentum starts like to kick in the market like around that time, which is getting close to NY session. And even also like a lot of gaps and everything, they start to actually fill up or even start to fill up around like 4 or 5 o'clock. But before that, I'm just analyzing for the overall like direction bias and like where it currently is and like where it could be going based off like my overall projection. So,
going back to your thing, what you said though, I think it's very interesting what you said. I had a thought, which is when people do this, a lot of people do, they plan every element.
I'm like just cringy, like why are you doing this?
But do you feel like that's a reason why some people, let's say they create this whole movement for the week, and then price is something slightly different. Let's say it does pull back, it doesn't pull back to the area they said.
Right.
But now they miss the move because they're just so focused on the area.
100%.
But then if you focus on actual price, it's showing you slowdown in momentum, showing you shifts on the lower time frame.
Scientific analysis, bro. Like the market,
still
the
got time?
market shows you every single thing that you need to even analyze the chart as far as slowdown, like pullback, like how it's actually building up, like creating a support or a resistance. Like it shows you every single thing that you actually need. So you don't need all the extra indicators. Like, you know, so like the natural price movement pretty much shows everything. But again, it's based on, are you able to comprehend the scientific analysis, even like be able to analyze the raw price data. If you are, then cool. You know what I'm saying? Then you'll have that edge that you're looking for. If you can't, I think then it's kind of hard because you look at handicaps, you're only depending on all these indicators that you think is going to give you the overall bias is still bullish. Remember, like you could have a short-term bias as well, you know, which is a short-term counter trend and that kind of stuff as well, which is perfectly fine. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that those kind of trades are very good to take. I say be aware of it, but to kind of take those trades, you're kind of leading yourself into like a tough mode because you might be in profit and then all of a sudden you might get stuck to try to even hold that trade because it's in profit. But in reality, that's not your true bias. You know what I'm saying? So like some people like they get caught up in the short-term bias too much to the point that a lot of times it's better to just not even answer. You know what I'm saying? It's like analyze until it gets back to your main bias again, and then pretty much enter this after that.
Do you try your best to focus on that?
I do, but it's hard. Yeah, no, it's definitely hard. You know, I was saying that like whenever market opens, my average entry time or like analysis time for entry is like 4 or 5 o'clock based on market starting to pick up in the momentum and blah blah blah. But at times I have to itch to enter beforehand, which a lot of times it works out based off where it currently is because that entry is so pristine and so prime that I can't get that entry if I wait until 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. And I take the risk of taking that draw and that kind of stuff, which is at times is cool, but that's if I need to, you know what I'm saying? But there's many times that like I just wait it out. I just like, you know what is those laptops sit on my hand for the next like 8 hours and then just wait until I actually have that good type of environment that I need to even like enter confidence.
How much does that help actually, you know, throughout your journey? Like, when you're not 100% certain about something, you never can be really in the market. So let's say you haven't got a confidence on what's happening right now. How important is it to step away?
Oh no, I think it's probably like one of the most important discipline aspects of trading that you have to actually learn and actually stick with and actually practice. Because if you can't even practice that, then I think it's very, very hard to not be impulsive. Because you're gonna get on the chart and feel like, okay, the market is exactly where it needs to be. Like I have to enter like right now because I chose to open up the chart at 7:30 at nighttime. You know what I'm saying? Because you chose to actually open up the laptop. In reality, like the market is always moving. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta pretty much open up the laptop and like what's possible. Understand like where your key points are that you'd like to enter in on, or what the overall bias is, and like where the key entry points could be, and then test it out. Because if you pretty much enter off impulse and just off of just emotions and that kind of stuff, you're always gonna be in drawdown. You're always gonna not have to enter. You're always gonna be pretty much stuck in like this whirlwind of just I should have waited. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's definitely very important to just be able to sit on your hands, learn how to just enter. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like let's say it might be bad, but it's like with the girl and everything else, like just laugh. Like don't try to have sex 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Like you could just talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to just like go that full route every single time. No, just analyze. You know, when the opportunity happens, full mode. No, but like but definitely
There'll be some people out there doing that.
No, but definitely on the pick.
I was saying a little more.
You waiting and it's getting to a certain point where you pretty much understand that you have a better risk reward and as well. Like you understand like where the stop loss is, like it's a better or versus you just entering based off of where it currently is, where the R is just terrible at that point.
Off the back of that though, in terms of rushing, a lot of people market moves like NFP happens or
Career, honestly, I've sat out and watched the market go up friggin' 3,000 points and everything else, and I can't even move. Like I'm like stuck because I'm like, yo, like I want to answer, but then again I don't want to answer. But you know what I'm saying? Like just sit it out. If you're gonna sit there and overthink in any kind of way, just sit it out. Like it's gonna be moves again. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be more and more moves. Just let it play out. Let it get to a point where it finds like an equilibrium. And at that point, you will be a lot more comfortable entering the market versus trying to feel like you have to enter on a spike, because you enter on that spike and you experience slippage. Those unnecessary fees that you're gonna take and where that entry is and that kind of stuff is gonna be the most worst spot ever. Yeah. So it's better to just just understand that there's always gonna be more moves inside the market, regardless of how big that move is and that kind of stuff.
100%.
Yeah.
You know, an interesting part of your journey, and which again is documented, is the transition of pairs.
Yeah, bro, yeah.
I think it was AU to
UJ
to gold to US30. Because I think there's GJ in there as well.
Yeah,
and XRP?
GJ for a short time period. XRP, I traded in 2017 for like about 4 or 5 months and that kind of stuff. Made some great money on it. Also, like that's like one.
How'd you get into XRP? Like where did that one come from?
Because remember, like that's when cryptos was actually getting like very popular at the time also, and then it pretty much got on trading platforms as well. And then at that point, you were able to margin trade cryptos.
Yeah.
And then, bro, like I was slashing cryptos, like just mainly XRP actually. In out was like, bro, I was going crazy. But yeah, like I did $1,000 accounts with like 74K in 1 week, which is on my Instagram as well. Like if you want to see it as well, just scroll down.
So like
It's there, definitely. Talk about it, down there.
But in terms of those pairs, they're all very different. But there's like a noticeable thing, which is like the volatility is increasing over time.
So with AU, I found myself overanalyzing.
How do you even go to that pair? Because especially for someone in the US, it's like there's random pairs there.
AU?
Yeah, the Australian dollar.
Because remember, it's a major. So at the same time, it was either that EU and that kind of stuff. Chef, GU, GJ. It's only so many pairs for the majors and everything else, but all the other majors were super fast.
Okay.
GU, terrible. Oh god. EU, sloppy. Chef, indecisive. AU was just very slow, and it pretty much gave you the ability to actually practice your technicals, but also make some kind of money. It was very slow, so like you didn't really make much money, but at the same time, it was good enough for like a practice period because it's slow enough that you could pretty much practice your technical analysis, and it gives you time to pretty much react and reanalyze as well without taking out a huge hit. Compared to me even trying to trade GJ from starting here. Hell no. Crazy ass spikes, this man, like you're gonna take an unnecessary hit for no kind of reason versus AU. So I think AU was like a very good starting pair because it was just very slow, didn't really make much money, but at the same time it was very like practice based. And then when I wanted to get a little bit more volatility, I went to music. You know, even at one point I was trading NZD USD and AU at the same time. I trade on AU and then blindly pushing on a trade on NU at the same time, because at that point in time it was like the correlation was like around 70% or so, which is like when I was very big on correlation. And over time, like I kind of learned that like correlation matters, but then again it doesn't matter because like one news event and all of a sudden it's going inverse, you know. But I think for me it was just more like if I got bored with the peer, or if I was analyzing way too much or over analyzing, I had to change pair because I had to pretty much find a pair that. Because I remember me even like first starting to trade 30 actually, because on 30 I remember I was teaching a class in California, and my first trade that I did on US 30 was 0.01. By the time that I was in mid class, I made $800 on the 0.01. I'm like, what the fuck? Crazy. Imagine 0.10. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, like slowly by slowly, I kept on like sticking to that one pair. Then at that point in time, like it was like around 21,000, like very low. I was like, yo, any kind of buys and I'm winning. Like, that's crazy. And then I kind of like just stuck with 30 for a little bit with that same concept for a good amount of time, like little to barely any kind of analyzing. Just buys, blah, 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 buys. It was like just like that bullish the entire time. And then eventually, like when it came time for it, like, you know, like if you pretty much are starting to trade a pair, you analyze as little as possible, but you make a great amount of profit. Kind of like a trader that's brand new, they analyze, they barely analyze because they don't know how to analyze. So like their trades are just based off of just what's going up, bet, buy. You know what I'm saying? Then when you get more into the pair, I got more into the pair, so then I started to actually analyze more, then started to lose, and then, you know, that's when I kind of knew that like I had to pretty much put in a bit more work to even like fully understand what this pair is doing. Because remember, I was just buying it the entire time. So, like when it started to actually go bearish now, I was like, damn, like. So
what was like because of COVID, it completely dropped.
Yeah, bro. Like it was like bullish for a good amount of time. Then like when it started to like go bearish, I had to pretty much understand like what is this pair actually based on? And so like what is that asset actually based on? Then I found out more information about it, and the more information that you know about something, the more you analyze, and all of a sudden the more you overanalyze. So you gotta pretty much get to a point where you pretty much can handle how much you're analyzing, or either overanalyzing or underanalyzing, and find that sweet spot. You know what I'm saying? So like where I'm at now is that I analyze only that pair. I don't try to even look at much pairs. Honestly, I analyze other pairs for like my students, but at the end of the day, like for me, I don't really put in or even I haven't even touched, you know, in another position in any other asset in the past like 4 years. So yeah, bro, I don't even bother. It doesn't make sense.
The transition though, like were there things? Because the way I sort of describe trading pairs, like they have different characteristics.
Bro, I consider, so for me, it's kind of like girls, right? Let's say AU is very slow, like boring, whatever, you know what I'm saying? GJ is like a Spanish girl, you know, like crazy as shit, whatever, like sporadic, that kind of thing. UJ, a bit more tame and that kind of thing. Let's say gold, exotic, crypto's exotic, like you don't really know like what to even expect of it. USD chef, sporadic as fuck, like it doesn't even make sense at no point in time. Same thing with EU. Yeah, man, so like I kind of like look at pairs like personality traits, you know what I'm saying? Because I consider.
Yo, hello ladies and gentlemen, good night to anybody watching this. Some Tupacs, but we're gonna go over the trades that I went over my lunch break update. So this is the update of the lunch break update. This is probably gonna be after the workout, cause today I did legs, so I'm just gonna add that in here. So the opener, I guess, was this, right? So I was talking about the lunch break earlier. I was talking about that I was in GBP USD longs, and look at what happened to the GBP USD longs. I closed out at 9 pips. Intersession trade, price started buying back above the supply and demand zone. Obviously buys, and this was a previous daily low, which I had mentioned. This was the original buys that did give me 14 pips. 14 pips. I secured, let the risk run risk free with stop loss at break even, and price melted to fully test 31,500, which is obviously a key supply zone on the 4-hour and on the daily. You see, strong ass on the supply, so it could either be turned into new demand or supply again if we could break back below 31,500 with the nice bearish engulfing below the zone. Se mira bien garabato. It looks ugly, right? It looks choppy, but because I have all of this, which I think I could delete already. So, yep, I already secured the details. This was a minus 10 pips trade. I literally gave back everything that I had made, and this one 14 pips. That doesn't matter. I mean, the trade, it was a good trade, but it's just that price flipped. Right, we failed to continue breaking highs. The price started melting. I mean, I closed out a solid minus 9 pips. I would have still been in drawdown if I would have continued to hold. So now what I'm looking at, now we could delete all of this. It would be nice if TradingView had like a big eraser, and you could just delete everything like that you have added, like drawn. That would be so cool. Alright, so this is what we're looking at right now. 4-hour on the 4 hours. So that's our daily low. So I definitely see price melting all the way to 31,500 again. And I mean, for London session, maybe something like this. Maybe we fail to break lows and we get something like this. Could be very possible. The video cut off again, but no problem, we're back. So this is what I was talking about for GBP/USD, right? So this is our daily low of yesterday. No, it's today because obviously it's still Thursday. So price could definitely come and test this daily low and reject it, and then create a higher low above it and continue buying like I wanted to. But if it does not do that, we might get a break below. We might get a bearish engulfing, and we might actually start selling. To first target would be definitely 28,900. 28,900. And why 28,900? Because it's obviously previously. Actually, I would even secure here. Look at this. What is this? 3,400? 35. No, it's 34. So I would secure actually here first, which from 31,500 to 130 to 3,400, that's 100 pips. That's a solid 100 pips, right? And from 31,500 all the way to this high right here is another 100 pips. So either or, now we just have to wait for that GU. So, and I definitely see if we do have some news, for GU. See, it's 8:47 right now. Thursday. Nope, no news for London session. All of them are gonna be for tomorrow for the New York session for the dollar. But yep, now let's go to USD CAD. This was the second trade, and look, I'm mad at this trade because I got out way too early. I would have still been into the trade. Look at this weak ass resistance. The retail traders start seeing this shit and start selling because it looks like a resistance. But obviously, look at price action. Overall bullish, right? So now we could just get a bullish engulfing candle, maybe even higher low. Definitely, I'm re-entering this, right? And then look at all this liquidity that we have clear. So actually, tomorrow with news, this might even fly even more. So I might even cook another entry right now, possibly if price decides to give it to us. Obviously, this was the last trade of the day, which was this one right here. And on the account, on the $10 account, we're still at, or we're up $2.60. So we gotta get this account to $20 before we grow up the lot size, and you know, bring it back to $100, and eventually to 1,000. Maybe buy another 100K challenge with that 1,000, and you know, flip that the rest to not even flip, just trade it normally, right? No more fucking flipping, no more risking everything, and that video cut off again. But no more risking everything, and always setting a stop loss and holding your stop loss, no removing stop losses. So for USD CAD, that's what we're looking at. You see, kind of holding this mini resistance zone. So price had sellers here and melted all the way over here. Tested it again, cleared everything to the upside, and melted but failed to break the previous low. Tested it again, and look, we're not even melting anymore. Look at it. We're just creating liquidity above. But the thing is, price could also do this. Could clear everything and then continue to the downside. That's why it's very important that I wait for the bullish engulfing candle, which would look like this. And even after the bullish engulfing candle, you still want to wait for kind of the higher low, something like this, right? So you would want this and this. Obviously, we would be fucking targeting all the way to 3,600, clearing all of these sellers, active sellers that are still in the market. What else can we look at? Let's go for RJ. Who knows if RJ is still consolidating? Once actually broke out of the consolidation on the H4, but on the daily it still looks like it's consolidating. You can see it broke out of the trend. Definitely this kind of looks like it's possibly happening. Our TP1 would be this high right here. Which from here, honestly, that's a solid 300 pips. So we could break above this nice little top, something like this. We'll cook another inch on me. Fuck it out of limit. Yup. So we have a limit on that now. Price can break above this zone, we could possibly buy all the way up to this strong supply. GJ. Man, GJ, I was looking for buys, but it's just holding. But actually, it's just at the trend right now. But literally, same thing. If it can break above these little highs, we got a bunch of liquidity now sitting over here. But it's definitely bullish. UJ. And UJ actually passed up tested already. That zone that I had mentioned in the previous drive talk. So it's kind of an update on the drive talk video as well from the last video that I did. The previous demand, new supply, turned into new supply. So we might actually be looking for sales on UJ. But then again, remember, every time you test the zone, it gets weaker. So price could easily come back. Video cut off again. Probably is going to be the last one. But clearly price tested the previous, obviously. So it could look that clean. I don't like it when it looks choppy. Well, I mean, we're overall bearish on UJ. And we are testing. We did test this previous supply. And obviously we're rejecting below it. So in order for buys, we would definitely need a nice bullish engulfing candle above this. That'll be your solid confirmation for buys. Other than that, I'm selling this shit. But also, I mean, for the sells, you need confirmations. Damn, but also, kind of does look like a good sell right now. But you see how choppy this shit is? Because that's not in, we're not in time frame right now. Look at when price was fast. This was when a New York session, 9 a.m., 8 a.m., and then 12 hit, 3 hit, and it started being slow. Asian session. I'm just gonna be looking at GJ and GU, at least for right now. Ooh, look at gold. The buys perfectly happened. Broke above, retested. Obviously we melted below more than the zone, but Look, perfectly. And now it's melting again. But if it could break back below this zone, I could possibly see sells. Something like that, some quick shorts. I mean, even though we're overall bullish as fuck, but then this could happen as well. To continue, finally to create that officially higher high, because now this is already looking like a resistance. But I would only sell gold below 2480, because this is a major supply, major demand. And obviously, if you could hold these sales all the way down here, would be nice. But yeah, mainly I'm just looking for GJ, GU, which GU honestly is one of the main ones, which was already here, and obviously USD CAD. Looking very spicy. Peace and love.